Hey guys, how's it going? It's Woody HD and welcome back to FIFA 18 Career Mode. We currently have the Norwich Career Mode going on at the moment, but for the first time ever decided to run two Career Modes at the same time. We had a vote before the start of this FIFA, before this FIFA came out in September, between Monaco, Southampton and Norwich. Norwich won that vote, which we're currently doing with the Norwich Career Mode in the Championship, but Southampton came second, and I thought it would be a good idea for the first time ever. I've never run two at the same time. I thought it would be a good idea to have a mix it up in terms of league, in terms of quality, career mode, etc. We have gone, of course, with Southampton, a team I really am looking forward to using. There's a lot of quality in this team, a lot of good youngsters as well, which was really, really good in the fact of me picking one of the main factors, rather, me picking one of those three to choose before FIFA 18 came out. So this is the start of our Southampton career mode. I haven't been active that much on YouTube recently, but we're starting to get back into it now, hopefully getting a video out, hopefully every single day. With regards to Norwich and Southampton career mode. Let me know if you think running two at the same time is a good idea. I've said I've never done it before, so we're going to do it for the first time ever. So let's have a look at the expectations for that first season with Southampton. We'd like to have the board, looking forward to seeing you succeed in the football club. So now it's not just about the results. Domestic success, how well the team does in the league and domestic cup. Financial, so that's not the objective. That's to say what needs to be done. Scout reports and transfer market information. Let's check straight away is what we always do first off in terms of budget. So we're currently on world class difficulty for this. We've got a pretty big budget as well. I didn't expect it to be this big. 44.4 million. From our first budget. That is insane. I didn't think it was going to be 44 million for Southampton. I don't have any. The start it offered boosts for 60% extra transfer budget. I didn't accept any of them. I didn't go a lower difficulty. We were on world class difficulty, one below top, which of course is legendary. We're sticking with world class for the season, and I didn't do any of the perks either. So this is how it looks. Let's take a look at this squad. It's got a decent squad, of course. I'm going with my favourite formation to start off with, which was 4-1-2-1-2. Of course, we know the difficulty. If you've seen my Norwich career mode so far, the difficulty of having 4 at the back, we were getting... Teams were passing us way too easily at the back, and we put 5 at the back, which improved it, of course. I want to stick with 4. A lot of this team is going to be as it is anyway. So let's take a look at this team to start off with. We're gonna keep Lamina in the team. He's going to go there. Redmond is going to go to left mid to start the season off. I really want to use Boufal as cam. We're going to have Boufal, Redmond, Gabbiadini. I'm going to put Shane Long up front. And then we've got Charlie Austin, of course, we could use as well. We're going to put Shane Long up front with Gabbiadini, Boufal on the right of midfield. We're going to put... let's have a look here. Who can we use? Trying to use Norwich to figure out who to put, the best person to put there. We're probably going to put Tadic. I know he can play on the wing. Yeah, right mid, left mid. He's a left footer, but we're going to put him on the right. So we've got Tadic, Redmond, Boufal, Gabbiadini, Long, Lamina, Cedric and Bertrand, Forster, Van Dijk, and I think Yoshida might keep his place here. We'll double check this. Yoshida. Let's have a look at the stats. Stands 79. This is an interesting guy as well. Stands 78. I'm going to put Howitt in to start with to see what he plays like. The youngster, of course, has only just signed, I think, from Lazio in the summer. So Van Dijk, Bertrand, Cedric and Forster, Lamina, Redmond, Boufal, Tadic, Long and Gabbiadini is the starting 11. If we go to the bench, goalkeeper-wise, we're going to have McCarthy. There, I think we're going to have, we're going to have Target, the youngster, as our fullback, centre-back as well. Let's have a look here, see what other ones we have. Garnos, we've got Stevens. I'm going to put Yoshida at centre-back there. Let's have a look. Romeu, I think I'm going to put there. We're going to have Ward-Prowse is going to go to centre attacking midfield. Austin is going to go centre mid. And we're going to see what Højbjerg can do, I think. We actually had Hesketh, who's pretty good as well. He's an up-and-coming youngster as well. He's only 21 years of age. Sims. Sims is only 20. Might put him there as well. This is actually a tricky one. Who are we going to have at the centre? We're going to have Højbjerg. We're going to try Sims to start with, see what he's like. So there is the starting 11 and the subs. Very nice. So we got them done. In terms of who we need to sign here, if you look at it, we have potentially got 2 fullbacks, 2 centre-backs, 2 centre defensive mids, 2 cams. We might need a striker, and we might need a left mid, I think, or we might have Højbjerg, so we might need just a striker at the moment. Let's save those changes. So that's where we're sticking with the 4-1-2-1-2 formation. As I said, with regards to all these career modes, let me know, guys, down below who you think I should sign, who you think is good for the team, who you think I should maybe get rid of. Let's have a look at who I think I should get rid of anyway, and then you guys can let me know if there's any more. Let's have a look. So we want to go squad hub. Let's have a look who we got here in terms of possibly selling. So we have our opening transfer offer here. It's going to be for Fraser Forster. I don't want to get rid of Forster at all. 7.7 million. We're going to reject that offer. I have no interest in getting rid of Fraser Forster. I got a feeling we're going to get a lot of offers for some of our very, very good players. Redmond, Boufal, Forster, Van Dijk, Cedric. There's a lot of players in this team that could attract offers early on in this transfer window. I don't want that to happen. Let's have a look. So transfer Højbjerg, I put up for sale. His value is 8 million. We could get 10.9 million. So if we negotiate that, let's have a look. See if we can get that 10.9 million that they're talking about. I feel we could have more than one offer for Højbjerg. Propose a new transfer fee. Let's go. They said there's a potential of 10.9 million. I think we go to 10.9 million and advance and submit the offer. Okay, you have a deal. We'll match a 10. There we are, 10.9 million. So we've done what they said he could be worth. So we're waiting now. Currently negotiating with Real Betis. There we are. We've rejected Forster, of course. We've got the international management. I want to keep the overall very high. Let's check as well at the start of this in regards to objectives. These are very, very important, of course. Youth development. I expected this to be high. Long term. Make 10.5 million profit from youth player sales within 3 seasons. That is tough because it means you've got to get your players a lot of training. They've got to play a lot of games. You've got to make 10.5 million profit from youth player sales. So I don't think it doesn't matter how many you sell. You just have to within 3. That's tough. So the other one, grow 2 youth academy players by at least 10 overall points. As soon as they have grown, play them in 5 matches. Instead, let them come as a sub. Short term. Whew, that is difficult. Right, okay. Brand exposed, sell out at least 90% attendance at least 50% league games a season. That shouldn't be too difficult, depending on, of course, how we're doing. Within 2 seasons, increase the club worth the club by 15%. That shouldn't be too difficult. Domestic success, Euro League spot. So I believe that is 5th or higher. So that is going to be a challenge. Round of 16 FA Cup, that shouldn't be too difficult. Of course, we've seen in the past, we've got knocked out early in cups. Long term, within 2 seasons in the Premier League, finishing a Champions Cup spot. So basically, we can do the long term one and the short term league one in 1 season. If we finish 4th or above, we can do both of them in 1 season. So basically, this season we need to finish in 5th or higher, and within the next 2 seasons we need to finish 4th or higher. So these are big, big demands. This is, of course, why I believe they've given us so much money. They've given us, of course, 44 million to spend on this squad. Qualify for the Euro League in the short term within 2 seasons. So there we go. So that is, some of them are a little bit, that's tricky. That can be quite tricky. That won't be too difficult. That won't be too difficult. That one there, finish 5th or above. That's a big ask in the first season, but we've got the money to do it, of course. So we're going to wait. What I always do is wait until players have sold before I know exactly how much money I've got, so I can sell most of these players who are on the transfer market. We got about 3, 4 or 5 on the transfer market. I'm waiting for Højbjerg deal to go through. Loan offer for Jake Hesketh. I don't want to loan him because we want, Hesketh could be quite important. He's a very promising youngster. I signed him for our Wolves team when I was with them last season. Fraser Forster again. I'm going to reject that. There's no way I'm selling Fraser Forster. We're keeping him a very solid goalkeeper, of course. To do that, we're going to actually do, I forgot, we're going to make sure we do the training as well. Offer for Shane Long. I'm very tempted to get rid of maybe one of Shane Long or Charlie Austin. We'll keep them both, but then have another. I want another big striker up front. Gabbiadini, fine, but I would like another one potentially up front. Of course, it's not going to be cheap at all. We're going to reject that then for Shane Long. We're going to keep him. So there's negotiating. That's fine, and we rejected the rest. So I hope maybe keep Long at the moment. Keep Long and Austin as the sub strikers, so I don't have to spend too much money. But I'd like to get another striker in. I can leave that to you guys. See if you guys let me know. Maybe a young and up and coming striker who it might cost a bit of money, but we could potentially put him straight into the team. There's one or two options I'm thinking of. But we'll have a look at that as we go on. But the training, we definitely need to get this done this season. We're going to add the drills and get some of the youngsters on the training. One player I am very, very much interested in is Breel Embolo, the youngster from Schalke. I think, of course, he used to play for Basel. I had a lot of interest in him. He plays a striker or a white wing. Embolo and Gabbiadini up front, I think, would be brilliant. He's a release clause of 20.9 million. Approach to buy. The player's a release clause. Do you want to pay the club negotiations? I don't really want to pay 20 million. That's half of our budget gone. So we're going to begin negotiation. He has the release clause. I don't know the exact rules of release clause if you have to meet it. But I want to potentially offer a little bit less. Offer transfer fee. Is there anyone I'm thinking there's anyone I could offer in return? I'm trying to think who we've got. I don't think there's anyone really I can offer in return for him. We could potentially offer Højbjerg. But no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go and offer a transfer fee. He's a release clause, as I said, of 20.9 million. If I go in and offer 15 million, and then transfer fee, so there we'll offer that. Come on, come on. We won't let bring him. We will sell him for 6.9. We also want to include a sell-on clause. Oh, not a sell-on clause. The sell-on clause and receive 10% of the transfer fee if you sell Embolo in the future. So they want a sell-on clause. Ah, no, and it's 10%. Okay, it's 10% of whatever transfer fee you receive in the future. Okay. Oh, do we want the sell-on clause or not? That is the big question, though. To get him in, this is a risk because if we counter that and they reject it, do we just put the sell-on clause in? Let's have a look here. Remove sell-on clause. This is very difficult because the problem is with this, you don't know what they're going to say. I've had it in the past where you've tried to do this and they backed out the deal and you completely messed it up. So 16.9 million is about 5 million less than his transfer fee at the moment, which isn't too bad. We've still got 27 million left. We'll have a decent, probably about a wage. But they want a sell-on clause in the contract. Oh, I don't know. Edit sell-on clause. We could probably do the sell-on clause. Let's do that. Let's go submit offer, shall we? Edit sell-on clause. I don't know, because the sell-on clause is there. It's not too bad. Sell-on clause if we sell them in the future. I think I might just do it now. I don't want to risk it. Yeah, I think I might just do it anyway. Yeah, submit offer. There we go. There we go. You've agreed terms of Schalke. You can start negotiating with the player. Negotiate. Here we go. This is the tricky bit. This is the difficult bit because the fee isn't as bad as the wages. Breel Embolo. What a signing this would be. 16.9 million. Let's accept that. Yeah, I don't mind accepting that. My client isn't looking to add a release clause to his contract at this point. I assume it's okay with you. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, wow. Okay, no, okay. I thought it said 360,000 a weekend. Let's move in. He wants to speak to only 45,000 a week. That's fine. It requires signing bonus, 630 additional. So we're looking at about 1,040,000. That's pretty good. We can accept. We can probably accept that there. Yeah, we'll accept that. There we are. Look at that. What a signing. What a signing. What a signing to start this transfer window. Unbelievable. What a signing that is to get that youngster in. Absolutely brilliant. Breel Embolo. What a player this guy could be. Only 20 years of age. Already has 81 ball control. Finishing is still, look at his sprint speed, strength, acceleration and agility pretty much almost in the 80s already. Wow, what a signing. 16.9 million for Breel Embolo. And he will go straight into the starting 11. That is fantastic stuff to get Embolo in. What a player this guy could be. They want a 10. Okay, he doesn't have a release clause. So all we have to do is part with 10% of any if we sell him in the future. So that is a brilliant start of this transfer window for us. Of course, we've got Long now. We're going to put there. So we've got 2 backup strikers now. We've got a backup Cam, backup left mid, centre defence, centre mid, left back. So that is brilliant. So we've signed Breel Embolo, 16.9 million. Absolutely insane. What a start to this. And that was a pretty good. He's only going to be on 48,000 a week, which I was actually quite surprised at. I thought it would be a lot more than that. There it is. Except 16.9 million bid for Southampton for Breel Embolo. He will wear the number 9 shirt. What a start to this transfer window for us. So we've received an offer of 27.6 million from Manchester United for Virgil van Dijk. I'm not going to sell Van Dijk. He's a vital part of this team. I'm not going to sell him under any price at the moment unless we get something insanely silly. He's a very, very important part of this defence at the moment. Of course, in real life, of course, there's been a lot of controversy around him. Liverpool putting bids in, etc., etc. Him not training with the first team. But he's definitely going to be starting for our team unless we get an insane offer that we can't refuse. So we are looking to hire a scout. I'm definitely, of course, we've got the transfer funds to do it. A lot of these aren't looking good at all. But we're going to get the Englishman in. Henry Thomas, of course, we've got 5 stars and 3 stars. We're going to get him in to have a look at him. Let's do this. Yes, we're going to get him in. So set up scouting network. We're definitely going to do England to start off. Duration's going to be 3 months. Are we going to have a winger? We're going to have a winger, so there we go. We'll set that up. So we've set it up the scouting network. So that's good. We need to get them, of course. Remember, we have to sign. We have to do some objectives in the youth system this season where we have to get youngsters playing, so they'll be coming off the bench or maybe starting in cup games if we feel we're doing well. That's a surprising deal. Real Madrid signing Kieran Trippier for 17 million. That is one I would have not have thought of. Zinedine Zidane and Kieran Trippier on the same board meeting holding up a Trippier shirt for Real Madrid. I did not expect to see that. That is a bit of a shock of a deal. But of course, as I said, so if I'm going to leave this video here, because it gives you guys a chance to say who you think I should sign. Maybe I'm trying to think of a few youngsters at the moment, maybe in lower English leagues, some cheap talent that we could build up. We've signed, of course, one player, a massive, massive deal to sign Breel Embolo, the young 20-year-old Swiss striker from Schalke. 16.9 million. We got him for about 5 million less than his release clause. But there's a 10% sell-on clause in there, which 10% isn't that bad, to be honest. I'm happy to do that, to sign the player up. He's only on 48,000 a week. The team is looking solid. We don't really need any more players, but I'd always like to add some youngsters, etc., to maybe improve the team early on. But guys, let me know down below, as I said, who we should sign, who we should get rid of, and let me know early thoughts. But guys, thank you for watching this first video of the Southampton career mode. Next up will be our continuation of the transfer window and the first game of the new season. Guys, thank you for watching. I've been Woody HD. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.